Garfield was just extremely disappointing. If only he took Mimi's advice to just, you know, run for it. Just run for it, bro. Like, what is up with this dude? You know, if Garfield wasn't just such a fucking airhead, this wouldn't have happened. Now, he's inevitably nerfed their fucking forces. Because apparently, when Mimi gets hurt, so does her family, or her group, or her comrades. So now, due to Garfield's inadequacy and weakness, and I don't know when it happened, but he keeps seeing that other gal, you know, in the dress. Let me see if I can find her here. So now Mimi has been fatally wounded, and the wound won't even heal. As you can see here, Felix, our most based lad in Ray Zero, is helping close up her wound, but it's pretty much inevitable until they defeat the two guys that inflicted the wound. I believe that's how it works. They got a curse on him. But yeah, and it's crazy to think that yeah, Mimi chose this path. Mimi chose the path of a warrior. She chose the path to protect Garfield. I get that. But that's not the only thing that really matters. It was Garfield's inability to make a quick, decisive decision and listen to the advice of someone who is potentially better at gauging the enemy's strength. So that's why this is really frustrating. You know, Garfield really dropped the ball. He really flopped his decisions, and he really just was not being smart. This is the problem with airheads. You know, like sometimes if you're strong enough, you can be an airhead. As you can see here, Mimi agreed to meet him in the middle. You know, they were gonna attack. They were gonna attack the enemy and then make a run for it. You know, which makes sense because even Mimi was like, yeah, they're just too powerful. And then Garfield, you know, says, well, for that reason we should attack, because even if we do make a run for it, they'll be able to chase them down. But the fact that, you know, long story short, they were able to escape. So what Garfield said may or may not have been true, but them making a run for it right from the get-go, as you can see here, you know, he's making a run for it, and poor Mimi over here tries to defend herself. So he was able to get away. That's the thing. So Mimi was right. They should have just bolted it out of there. Oh, look at her defense barrier, and then just bam. This really, really frustrated me. You know, after everything they've been through, Garfield should have just trusted Mimi's intuition and her abilities to gauge the enemy. It was just really tough for me to watch because I just became such a huge fan. Such a huge fucking fan between these two. And now their whole relationship just like is shattered because of Garfield's dumbass. But that's fine. It's fine though, because Mimi's wound, even though they won't heal, they were able to keep her life going. I think you know that link that they have. They've taken away some of her pain, and thus preserving her life and keeping her from bleeding out. I think that's how it works. I haven't really looked into it that much. But yeah, extremely, extremely frustrating, bro. Seeing Mimi in this state. But yeah, the episode, I mean, everything else was pretty cool too. I mean, like the dragon, like one of the dragon chick. She's just weird, bro. It's just like a weird episode. Like the other half of this episode. But that's what really pissed me off in this episode, was just seeing Mimi in such disarray and such a sorry state. Extremely sorry state. Very disappointed in our boy Garfield. Very disappointed. Look at this. Look at this. How can you not want to protect this? Like, bro, he like if you guys ever get in a situation where it's you and your girl, you guys just run, all right? You guys just run. Don't try to be a hero. Your life is more valuable than your ego. Can we just get that? Can you just be real right now? Your lives are more important than the ego of thinking you're so strong that you can fight and protect. No, just run and protect. That should be your first instinct. You know, second instinct is fight back. You know, defend yourself. You know, first is run, second is defend, and then three is when shit hits the fan, you become violent and you fight back. That's just, yeah. So if you're gonna take anything away from this, but don't be dumb. Don't be dumb like Garfield, bro. Like, bro, I need Garfield. He needs to redeem himself. Garfield needs to redeem himself, bro. I can't. He flopped the ball. He dropped it, bro. He dropped it hard.